So good evening, everybody. Today is July the 12th, 2020. And this is Channeling Kria. My name is Winnie, and the flow for this evening, in case this is the first time you're listening to this, is I'm going to take everybody into a short meditation. And then when I really feel the energies of Kria is strong and I'm ready to do the channeling, then I'll flow into that. And at the end of the channeling, I will open up the mic for anyone who have certain questions they want me to tap in and ask Kria. Then we can do that. So let's begin. Let's just begin by doing a short meditation. So no matter what's been happening during the day today, right now, I just want to invite all of you to come into, be in now, be in your body. Just tune in and place your attention within. And if there's anything that seems to be distracting you outside, then just let go of focusing on the distraction and just focusing on inside yourself. So turn inward and start to follow your own breath. Breathe in easily and effortlessly. And when you cannot breathe in anymore, then let go. Breathe out. And every time when you breathe out, allow yourself to become more relaxed and also become more in tune with what's happening inside your body. So just follow the rhythm of your own breath for a few more times, breathing in and breathing out. And at the same time, simultaneously, start to shift your attention. And you can do that easily by just imagining that you are stepping inside an energetic elevator that is currently at the top of your head. And when you get inside this elevator, look for the button that has the symbol of your heart. Just press that button and allow this energetic elevator to take you away from your head, away from your mind, and go towards your heart. And allow your own attention, your own focus to follow that, so that you're now focusing on your heart. Feel all of a sudden more quiet when you're in your heart. And you may feel it as just a slight weight around your heart area, or you may feel it as a warmth around your heart area. Just be in your heart for a little longer. And take in a deep breath here and breathe. Imagine you can breathe with your heart. And as you breathe, imagine that you're drawing oxygen from the top of your head to go all the way into your heart. and feel that connection between your mind and your heart. So this evening is a special evening because I bring you good news. News that is worth celebrating. If you can only see the beautiful future that all of you are stepping into, you would celebrate as well. Right now, you cannot see it with your eyes yet, but I invite you to feel with your heart. When you're in your heart, feel that excitement. You may feel it as a bit of anxiety because this is a new feeling for you. This level of anticipation has really not been available for the human race for a very long time. And now all of you who can hear this, I invite you to really tap into that excitement, that anticipation of the coming of a new age. New age on earth, where human beings will become one with Mother Earth, where human beings are no longer trying to work against nature, where human beings will start to really honor nature, to recognize that human beings is a part of nature. It is and always have been and always will be a part of nature. And human beings would start to remember to co-create with Mother Earth, to co-create with all the other animals that all share this beautiful place called Earth, because Earth definitely is one of the most beautiful places in this part of the galaxy. It has been gifted with variety that has been sourced from a lot of different planets within this galaxy. A lot of animals that don't exist on other planets are able to come here and find a home in this supportive environment. I know you may not think that Earth is a very supportive environment, but I assure you that Earth is very supportive, and it will become much more supportive once again when human beings start to remember to co-create with Mother Earth rather than trying to work against Mother Earth, trying to rob Mother Earth of its minerals violently. Actually, there are much better ways of mining the minerals that Earth has plenty of supply. Earth is rich, minerally rich, and rich with all kinds of different animals, whether they have wings, or they walk, or they crawl, or they swim. Earth has so much variety. It has been made to be able to support a wide range of different designs. All this is part of the abundance and richness of Earth. And men and human beings have not been very kind in working with Mother Earth. In the past, in the recent past, human beings have been very barbaric in treating Mother Earth. And that is simply the way that people, that human beings of a developing consciousness always tend to do. They always tend to look at things and approach things in a very controversial manner. However, human beings are really being targeted to grow their consciousness. There has been so much energies has been hitting this beautiful earth, and also hitting the human collective with all sorts of energies that is activating our DNA, activating our inner knowing, activate our consciousness. Human beings, even 10, 15 years ago, may be able to easily turn a blind eye to all the support that the cosmos is giving the human collective. But now, in the last few years, it is really, you really have to try so very hard to stop yourself from waking up, stop yourself from starting to be more in tune with your true nature. And this, just this alone, is already cause for celebration. But there is more. There's so much more that is being offered. All our galactic brothers and sisters is actually simply waiting for the time when our consciousness get to the part where we can accept the next level of assistance. There is so much more that is available to us for us to download when we're in the right frame of mind, when we know intuitively, when we have downloaded something a new invention that we intuitively would know that we need to share that download with everyone else to play in oneness consciousness rather than trying to only use that information that we have downloaded completely free of charge. In the past, we have tempted to try to hide it or make it so that only we, the person that has downloaded that information, would be able to take full advantage of it. There will come a time when everyone would know that the information we have downloaded through our mind, through our creativity, actually belongs to everyone else, to all of Earth. The idea that each and every one that we see is simply another aspect of ourself will become common knowledge, something that we know intuitively and also will be able to learn and be told that that is the case. And we would know that it is true and it is right intuitively. That society is coming. It is not here yet, but we already see that probability and possibility coming. And it won't take that long for society to change and be transformed into that. So much more invention, so much more advanced. When your DNA would be able to change so that all these knowledge, whether scientific or spiritual, will become much more easily accessible. And we have been very compartmentalized up until now, where if you are a scientist, you be termed and you may behave very geeky. And if you are an artist, you would be much more creative and also open to experimentation and maybe airy fairy as well. However, that will be less likely. We will become more well-rounded. So scientists will not be just very left brain and logical. We will become more balanced, where logical part of us will be balanced by the creative, playful part of us. This in turn allows everyone to become so much more of joy to be with. We will have more fun together as we play together, work together, and play and work. We no longer have that hard line. It will simply be a much more flexible, flowing, where play and work can shift back and forth, and we will all be able to enjoy life at a much deeper level. And that is really the true nature of our soul. Our soul loves to play. And while we have been in this human form, sometimes it is harder to strike the balance between being practical and being creative and childlike and playful. That is going to change. That's another reason for all of us to celebrate. Because in the future, work will feel more like play. And when we play, we are also working as well. We're experimenting. And we will become much more open, much more open to change, to experimentation, to come together as a group to create. And when the creation part is done, to move on much easier, to join in the next creation and then the next. And that is how the next, I wouldn't even say 100 years, the next 20 years is going to be so much more enjoyable once we get to the part where more of us can remember our true self. We are ready, right at that mark, and we are poised to cross over that mark where we actually become collectively tuned in. We are almost there. You all have heard of the 100th monkey. Where when a certain knowledge has reached a percentage and the rest of the population would just be able to get it, as though by intuition. And that actually is how our consciousness works. And our consciousness does not need to take a big percentage for the consciousness to start to flip over and be able to influence the rest of the population. It actually only takes a very small percentage of shift in consciousness. And we are almost there. That is why you're feeling that in anticipation, that excitement, because we are almost there. So feel that within your heart. Feel what it is like The next time when you talk to someone who does not share your belief, and when enough people reach that percentage, that critical percentage, the next time when you talk to somebody, you may find that they are actually starting to leave an open to at least agree to consider, whereas before they would not even have given that opportunity to consider. And that is all coming in the near future. So that is good news. Hang in there. Turn away. Turn away and stop worrying about what other people don't know. Instead, turn inward and really get congruent with what you do know. Because when you know what you know 100% without any shadow of a doubt, when you are congruent within, that knowledge within you would be able to energetically influence all of those people who does not share your belief yet. That is how our consciousness works. There is a conscious part, but then there is also a collective unconscious. And the collective unconscious is always open to your influence. So when you manage to dispel any doubt of what you believe in, of the truth within you, when you can be that, when you truly become the living manifestation of that knowing, of that inner knowing of who you are as an aspect of Source, when you have no doubt about that, when every fiber, every cell in your body lives as that, functions as that, breathe in as that, and breathe out as that. When you are congruent within, you'll be able to send out that signal to the unconscious, to the collective unconscious. And that is how the 100th monkey actually works. Every collective has an unconscious. And that collective unconscious is really what binds that collective together. It is the base of that collective. It actually mix and allow new ideas or seemingly new ideas to come in, because those ideas actually have been in the collective unconscious for a while. One person, it only takes one person to think of a new idea and to truly be congruent with that new idea. And it's already introduced into the collective unconscious. And when another person from the collective hears that message, they will have a familiarity with it, because that person is always also tapped into the collective unconscious. And at the collective unconscious level, this person has already heard this seemingly new idea. And the more times this person hear this seemingly new idea again and again and again, it only takes about 2 or 3 iterations before that person, this alternative person, will start to accept the seemingly new idea into their conscious mind. And the conscious and the unconscious becomes congruent. And that is how new ideas are being introduced into the collective, any collective, no less in the human collective. So for those of you who are aware of the side of you that is eternal, divine, and has always existed and will always exist, if you want this idea to really spread so that everyone else in the human collective would start to, at the very least, be familiar with this concept at the unconscious level, what you can do is really start to look at your life. Are you truly living your beliefs? Are you congruent with trying to balance the fact that you are eternal essence being expressed and experiencing this world through a body, through a vessel, and be able to balance both, to hold both concept of experiencing through a vessel and also being eternal soul, eternal aspect of source. And when you can start to balance both of these seemingly irreconcilable concept, when you can hold both sides and be able to feel the congruence of both ideas and be able to live both ideas in your life and be able to experience that and become 100% congruent with this. Just one of you being able to do that, you will already be able to influence all of the other human collective, be able to influence them at an unconscious level so that they will start to be able to be exposed to this idea more frequently until their mind is ready to consciously accept this idea as well and be able to go on the journey of making that a reality in their own lives. That truly is how powerful each and every one of you can be, and what it takes is congruence, certainty. When you live your life as though it is what you believe it to be, and when you live at that level, then just one of you will be able to turn all of humanity around. So do not believe, do not for 1 second believe that I am just one person, what can I do? One person that is 100% knowing and living from their knowing is all it takes to turn everyone around. Because each and every one of us are connected. We may have separate bodies, but our soul are connected. Even the environment is connected. All of that. That is why when even just one person able to live as their knowing can be so powerful. That's all it takes. One person to say yes to eternity. One person to really live from their heart and embrace oneness wholeheartedly, to live their life in this knowing. So I invite you all to aspire to be that one person, if that resonates with you, to start to really tap into your own inner knowing and live at that level. Live at the level of your inner knowing. And let go of distractions. Let go of needing other people to agree with you. Let go of needing confirmation from someone else. Know what you know. And feel the congruence in your own being, in your own body. What does it feel like when you are in complete and utter agreement with your inner knowing? What does that feel like? That feels like joy. When you are completely in alignment with yourself, that is what pure joy is. Because within your body, within your consciousness, there is no contradiction. Everything is going in the same direction. That feeling is what joy truly is. When you know without any hesitation, without any second guessing yourself, when you know, and every cell in your body is in agreement. That is the definition of joy. That complete alignment where mind, body, and soul can move as one. That is what joy truly is. My wish for you is that you can all get to that place, that state of joy. That state of being in complete alignment with yourself. I wish for you to be able to experience that. When you're in complete alignment with yourself, mind, body, and soul, there is an aliveness within you. It's like being completely in love with yourself, your life, and everyone else around you. When you look out into the world, all you see is the same alignment that is being reflected back to you. Feel that in your heart, what that really feels like to be at one with yourself, with who you are, with the world around you, with heaven and earth, and with earth as heaven. And that is what joy is. Feel this joy within your heart. Be in alignment with who you truly are. And if there is any internal dialogue that is trying to take you or other things to distract you from being connected with who you truly are, and all you need to do, if you so wish, is to let go of focusing on those distractions and come back to yourself. Come back to this inner knowing. Come back to this connection with the consciousness that is within you, to the eternal part of you. For that is the real you. And that is what we wish to share with you this evening, to really let you know how important, how powerful, and how simple it is to get back to yourself. And when you shine your light that is within you, when you are connected to that light, then you can shine it out. And everyone will be able to see and feel the light that is emanating from each and every one of you. And that is how even one person can change the whole world. And we love you. We love you so much. And when we look at you, that is all we see. We see that spark of the eternal within you. We see your full potential. We see what each and every one of you truly are beyond this earthly vessel. When we see you, we see the eternal, all-powerful part of you, and we are in all. And we're in service to assist you to find your way back to that inner knowing. If only you can see what we see, the brilliance, the radiance that is within each and every one of you. That brilliance and that potential is beyond words. We say we love you, but love, the word itself, really is pale. It's very insufficient to convey what we feel and how much we truly feel for you. So goodbye for now, and we know we will see you very soon. And even though we say our goodbye for the time being, know that we are always around you, assisting you in every way we can, because that is our job. That is our promise to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you beyond.